Shares of Reliance Industries have more than doubled itself from the March low that we hit earlier this year. However, market participants have changed their viewpoint in terms of how Reliance would be looked at going forward. It will be more of a technology-oriented company than the traditional oil and gas business that they actually had. Also, if you compare it to the Nasdaq, there's a striking correlation that it has been aligning itself with how the Nasdaq moves. Let me just divide this into three parts. One is the comparison of how the market performance has been with regards to the Nasdaq. Second is the correlation coefficient that is shared between Reliance Industries and the Nasdaq itself. And lastly, how has it performed against global tech companies, the likes of Apple, Amazon and Google as well. But firstly, let me have a look at how the stock has performed versus the Nasdaq on a year-to-date basis, as well as recovery from its 52-week low. It has managed to outperform the Nasdaq itself, with Reliance on the year-to-date basis 37% positive return as compared to Nasdaq 16% return. The recovery from the 52-week low has been just phenomenal for Reliance Industries. More than 135% is what the stock has actually managed to surge from its March low as well, versus the Nasdaq's recovery of just about 58%. That was the first part of the correlation. The second is the actual correlation coefficient if you calculate ever since 2018. So what I did was look at the 90-day period correlation and trace it back to 2018. Interestingly, what I have seen is that the correlation coefficient between the Reliance shares as well as Nasdaq, that has seen a steady increase. April 2018, the correlation stood at just about 0.18. It moved higher to 0.25 by October 2018, which was once again higher in May 2019. It stood at about 0.3. However, if you try fast forward it to March 2020, which is this year itself, it was as high as 0.65 on the correlation coefficient number. The current correlation also stands at about 0.3. Remember that it is now positively correlated to the Nasdaq, and a value closer to 1 is ideal in terms of the positive correlation. Also, the market participants, how they are viewing this or valuing Reliance is based on it being a technology company in the future, and there have been a lot of comparisons of it being the FANG stock of India. So let me also have a look at how the other trillion-dollar companies have performed over this year itself. Apple, the largest company that we have on the Nasdaq, has given you 27% positive return, while Microsoft has given you 29%. Amazon is the only major tech stock that has managed to outperform Reliance Industries with a gain of 62% this year. And lastly, you have Alphabet, or Google as it is popularly known. Those shares have given you 13% positive return. But all in all, there has been an increase in the correlation coefficient between Reliance Industries and the Nasdaq.